Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 23 of my Football Manager Let's Play with Blackburn Rovers. Today we are taking on the league leaders Leeds United in what hopefully will be a good game. Previously, since the last game, when we lost 3-0 to Hull, we drew 0-0 against Preston. Disappointing result this one, to be honest. They were quite low in the league, but out of confidence, but we hadn't been doing that great ourselves in the previous 3 games, so we are a bit low in confidence as well. But we just couldn't put any chances of it, and to be honest, Preston were actually maybe slightly the better side. We then played Brentford, who again were also struggling in the league, and we just couldn't break the door down for ages. Eventually Scott Wharton showed how to strikers how to do it, and then Lee Gregory nipped in with a goal as well to make it 2-0, his second of the season. Then we played Swansea, who were second of the league at time of playing this game, and Mason Bennett scored in the first half. We're playing our counter-attacking tactic, so I played Mason Bennett because he's a bit quicker than Gregory. He scored his first goal for the club, and then Jason Cummins scored off the bench in the 92nd minute. We then played a friendly against Longridge. Morrison, Bennett, Wilson and Crawford all on the score sheet, and a 4-0 win in that friendly. That leaves the Championship looking as so we're just outside the playoffs, but we have a game in hand against every team above us, 2 games in hand on some of them, and if we win just one of them, we go into second place. Obviously depending on other results, so when both of them would be guaranteed to be second. If we beat Leeds today, we go a point behind Leeds, who are obviously the league leaders at present, although again other results dependent there, with Bristol City, the team that lost 9-0 at the start of the season, still there. Derby, the team that beat them 9-0, and Aston Villa all on 12 games, so should all be playing today as well. So we're going to go into the game. We're going to play our counter-attacking tactic just because Leeds are doing well, despite the fact we're at home and we have a fairly decent record against Leeds from memory. In fact, no we don't. Jackson Irvine's not going to play. We're going to play Martins Pereira. No, we're not, because he's even worse. Ouch. International duty, eat my heart out. I guess we're playing Jack Evans then. No, we'll play Myler because I don't want to risk Evans in this kind of game, and we'll put Jackson Irvine on the bench because he's the next fittest. We'll start with Mason Bennett. I'm actually going to drop James Wilson for Jason Cummings. That gives us the option of a pace injection with James Wilson off the bench, and I think Cummings is maybe just being slightly the better defender. Prince Guano, the guy I brought in to replace Grant Hanley for free, he's doing fairly well since coming in. I think he's now had 3 games with a 7.26 average rating. Jay Fulton's really impressed me. Scott Wharton is an absolute monster, at least before what he's played this season so far. So the defence I'm actually really happy with. Pye's been decent. Pellinard has been decent again, justifying my decision not to replace him. Myler obviously only on his second game. His first one lasted 10 minutes. Charlie Adams has been okay. James Morrison just returning from injury, of course. Mason Bennett's been a bit hit and miss, but I do enjoy having him in the team just because of that pace. So we will get into the game. Obviously I mentioned in the last episode, if you didn't see it, this is sort of our last season that I'm going to do. If we don't get promoted, I will be ending this series. I've got another one that I've got an idea for, in terms of, it would be my FM17 save that I'm bringing forward, but that 18 save even that I'm bringing forward, but that's fine. Don't mind doing that. I'm actually quite looking forward to doing that save anyway. And I've got sort of a couple of backup saves that I will promote to the FM18 save. But right now we're in a good position league-wise to do this. Weather's actually lovely for our counter-attacking style as well. Because it's raining, of course. It's a decent ball out to Pied, and you get a good ball in, you can, but Jansen away, Pontus Jansen away. Back out, Charlie Adam picks up Myler on his second appearance for the club in his first start. He's been complaining about lack of first opportunities. The only reason why he's even playing today is because everyone else is knackered. He wasn't going to be getting any more chances after that first one, unless we had to. Thankfully for him, we had to. So he needs to put in a good shift today if he's going to resurge any chance of football with Blackburn. A poor shift will probably result in me selling him in January, should we be able to find interest for him. He's only on 5k a week, so it's not disastrous, and he is a decent backup option. But nonetheless, I'm just not that interested in paying 5k a week to someone who I don't trust. Corner to Leeds, and Rea comes out and collects. Rea's a player that I am absolutely delighted with, that I decided to stick with at the beginning and try and build around him, well, give him proper chance rather, and sell the other goalkeeper to make sure that he was the one getting the chances. He's been an absolute monster in net since getting his chance, and he's probably one of the favourite goalkeepers I've used this year. To highlight how good he's been, I prefer him to Chesney that I had on the Rangers save. Now I know I've had Rea for 3 seasons, but I feel like he's got some really key blue stats in the likes of reflexes in particular, the one that stands off the top of my head. It just make me really happy with him, and he performs so well in game as well. Bennett away, Roof, his shot's blocked. Vieira away eventually, only as far as McQueen. I think I tried to sign McQueen at the start of the season. I think his contract was expiring, he was on my sort of to buy list, and they renewed his contract just before we could do that, unfortunately. Ayling, O'Kane, Dallas, and from memory as well, Leeds were, when we were struggling last season, Leeds were another team that were struggling in a lot of ways. So it's good to see that we're not the only team that have turned our fortunes around. Osborne's just absolutely done half our defence there. Deflected shot, but it's deflected off the Roof, who's offside. That works for me. Osborne in, Adam away, and again Wharton away this time. Osborne picks up again. Chris Wood, it's off the crossbar thankfully, and Kamara Roof is offside again. Interesting to see that every clearance fell for the Leeds player though. Dallas inside to Vieira, Roof. It's a decent effort. Rea with the save. Not quite convinced of that animation for the save nonetheless, but made the save, and that's all that matters for me. And again, Pellinard away this time. Morrison, Cummings, can we counter attack? Do we have players in the middle? It's a great challenge. Before Cummings could find anyone in the box, he got in a good position for the cross, but couldn't look up in time and get the ball in before a big crunching challenge came in. Oh, it's a really poor effort by Myler there. Cleared away. Jeremy Pied. It's an awful ball, but it was back into the mixture, so I'm not going to complain too much. Osborne, and again, Pied away. Roof. Janssen. Nicked off him, but he keeps the ball. O'Kane. Vieira. Ronaldo Vieira again. What a name that is, by the way. Such a positive talent for football as well, and with the name you would expect them to be. Morrison out to Pellinard, that's hopeful. Keeper has to make a save though. Tips over the bar, so we've got a corner out of it. Be a bit disappointed if this one goes into near post again. I've set all my corner tactics to mixed. Plays it short to Cummings, who crosses, and it is god awful. Ayling, Dallas, does well, gets it to Wood. His header on is cut out by Myler. Morrison, Jason Cummings, Morrison again. It's a poor ball from James Morrison, and the striker didn't do it. I think it was Bennett, didn't react to it in any way, shape or form. Decent ball from Wood to Ronaldo Vieira. Osborne. It's a good ball in. Wood. Oh. We're getting away with one there as I nudge my green screen. Apologies if the screen went a little bit there. Osborne. And again. Away. Morrison picks up, and he's got a good touch this time away from his man. Cummings is not quite so good, but he's got past his man nonetheless. Gets the ball in this time. It's a really poor ball in. Pied back in towards Cummings. Can't find there. Myler. Charlie Adam on his weak foot. Back to Charlie Adam. Pellinard. Bennett. Oh, keeper's fumbled it. And Jason Cummings is offside, so it wouldn't have mattered. Fulton away. Morrison. Ronaldo Vieira is equal to James Morrison. Kamara Roof. That's hopeful. I don't really want to use hopeful, but I can't think of any other word for it. Speculative. Bennett knocks it down for Morrison. He plays it forward, but Pontus Jansson intercepts. McQueen clears. Fulton heads on. Can't find anyone in blue and white though. Morrison goes past one and again can't find Jameson Cummings as Pontus Jansson is all over him. Tempted to actually switch my my strikers round here. In fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. Tactics overview. Cummings swap round. You will go as a defensive forward again. On support please, because I don't want you on defend. You will go as an advanced forward on attack. I don't want you as advanced forward on it. Third time of asking, the game does it. Belushki. Roof. Rhea plays it forward from the goal kick towards Bennett. It's away. Pellinard. Adam. Myler. Cummings flicks on. Peacock Farrell will be the only man who's going to get to that anytime soon. Adam. Vieira. Dallas. Wood again, all over it. Myler, absolute rock in midfield there. Cummings, poor pass, but falls back to Charlie Adam. Mason Bennett now. Shoots, but hits his own man on the backside and comes back and cleared out for a throw in. Not that impressive a performance right now from us. Although we have came back into the game a little bit more since the first sort of 10-15 minutes where we struggled. Belushki away, Myler, Morrison, Adam, Mason Bennett. It's a good ball in. McQueen away, Pied, Bennett. Oh, what a save that is. What a save from Peacock Farrell. Put it in at the back post, Charlie. Flicked it in. Fulton, what a save again! Peacock Farrell is on absolute fire here, guys. Adam in. Myler. Pellinard. Bennett. Prince. Yes! And Prince Guano, whose name I struggle to pronounce, has put it in the back of the net. The defender that came in to replace Grant Hanley got a second attempt after his first shot. It came back to him from a pass from Mason Bennett, and Peacock Farrell for once did not pull a worldy save out of his backside. Adam with another corner sends it into the edge of the area. Myler offside for Scott Wharton anyway. It wouldn't have counted. Don't really understand how he was active there, but it doesn't matter. We're 1-0 up from a goal from the Frenchman. Happy days. Leeds kick off the second half, and Myler is going to be equal to their ball forward again. Morrison nicks in there. Can he find Jason Cummings? No, he can't. He tries to go alone. thinking that was going to be a proper highlight for us there. Leeds, however, now on the break, playing it calmly in the middle of the park. O'Kane, Roof, Osborne, been an absolute handful with his set pieces today. Back to O'Kane. Think that was saved by Rea. Might have been the post. It was a save by David Rea. Osborne away by Pellinard. Bennett. Jason Cummings. It's a poor pass, but Pied will eventually get there. Belushki, another player I looked at signing in the summer, but they renewed his contract at the last minute. Plays it forward. Dallas now. Pellinard, that's a clear free kick. Poor tackle from Theo Pellinard, the Frenchman. Osborne whips it in. Cleared away. Morrison. Bennett. He's going to find Jason Cummins. He can't miss. He's missed! The one man I would have wanted in that situation has missed. Pied. Cummings. Morrison. Pied again. Jason Cummins again. Into James Morrison, and another good save by Peacock Farrell. Osborne in, away. Myler heads away again. O'Kane's missed it, he had loads of time there as well, and James Morrison now on the break. Jason Cummings. Launched forward by Leeds as Cummings' touch was poor. Jay Fulton intercepts and launches clear. Ayling back only as far as Dallas. Roof. Chris Wood. Ronaldo Vieira. Roof. Osborne. Wood. Vieira. Osborne. It's away. I'm going to change some things now. Who are we going to bring off? We're going to bring off... I'm going to bring off Myler actually. I know Irvine isn't the fittest right now, but we're also going to mark Ronaldo Vieira tightly because he's getting far too much space right now. Actually, wait. None. Okay. Pitch, tactics, overview. Swap them round. Away from this, please. I want you to play as a ball winning midfielder on defend, and you play as the box to box, swapping sides. And player Jackson Irvine. Now you should be Ronaldo Vieira. Where is he playing? Exactly. Where exactly is he playing? What is that Leeds formation? No, I don't want performance, I want Leeds formation. 14 is Kane. If I was Ronaldo, don't know why. Nonetheless, he will mark him and hopefully start cutting out some of that space. Belushki, Osborne, O'Kane, Roof, Vieira, Osborne. Cross is blocked. We're going to make another sub. I think we're going to bring on Ali Crawford for James Morrison. Osborne with the corner. Whipped in deep. Away by Fulton. Crawford's first touch doesn't quite get under control before the player comes in and tackles him. Osborne. Whipped in deep again. Fulton away again. Crawford does get a decent touch this time, and that's a good ball for Mason Bennett, but Mason Bennett sleeping and didn't react to it very well. We're going to bring on James Wilson as well for the last 20 minutes here. Add that little extra bit of pace up front that I talked about at the start of the game. Rea. launches forward. Crawford loses out. Roof. Dallas. Wood. Charlie Adam. Think there's a good shout for a free kick there, but it doesn't get it. It's not the best pass for Ali Crawford, but it does get there. Crawford, poor cross in. Pellenard keeps it alive. Decent cross this time. He's found Mason Bennett and he's struck it wide from just over 6 yards out, 7 or 8 yards out. Fulton missed the header there and it's left us a bit exposed at the back, but he's back in position now, and again he's came in and missed the header. Roof, Chris Wood, Osborne pied, good challenge. It's away, but it's back at us. Fulton steps in again. Pellenard flicks on. Bennett on the counter. We've been a bit slow in turning, and his pass is awful, but Theo Pellenard somehow gets there. In the unlikeliest of circumstances, it's played in. Mason Bennett. Peacock Farrell with the routine save from a poor effort there. We're going to go for a Cam concentrate here. If we can get in, eventually we do. James Wilson loses out to Bluchski. Played forward. Wood. Dallas. Roof. Wood. O'Kane. Roof. Ronaldo Vieira. Osborne. More Roof. It's wide of the post, but again, more and more of these chances starting to come up for Leeds now. Don't want to go too defensive yet. James Wilson's going to be able to turn and run onto that, and he's gone past his man without challenge, and he's shot and been selfish rather than finding the pass into Ali Crawford there. Peacock Farrell had the easy pick up. Wood again picks up from the searching ball forward. Dallas fighting with two men and loses out eventually. Wilson, it's a poor ball from Wilson. Bennett wasn't quite on his bike yet, and Berardi was always a favourite to win that. Fulton eventually does win one against Chris Wood in the air. James Wilson. Peacock Farrell with another routine save. For all they've had chances and a bit of the ball, I feel like we've had all the clear cuts. I feel like if that was at the other end, they would have saved that. That is how good Peacock Farrell has been. In fact, I pretty much remember Peacock Farrell saving something almost identical to that. Bluchski flicked on. Chris Wood lost his man. Who was his man? Pellenard losing him. And Chris Wood tucks it home. Frustrating stuff when I feel like we've been by far the better team in terms of chances created. Bennett bursts forward and just runs straight into Kelvin Phillips. Chris Wood again bossing Jay Fulton even in the air. It's not the most aerial presence Fulton compared to what Rob Holding was last season. Wood. Osborne. Wide of the post. I felt a goal against us here is maybe in the post, but I feel it would be so undeserved. We've restricted them to so many long shots, and I feel like it's just been unlucky that we're not winning this game. That sitter missed by Jason Cummings is coming back to bite us on the backside. Charlie Adam plays it forward. Back in. It's Theo Pellenard! Get in! Now I will sit defensive. We will contain. We will go slightly deeper. Waste time. Play even safer. Pump the ball forward. Go route one. Prevent short distribution. Dribble less. Stop looking for overlap. Okay, thank you very much. I feel like it's such a deserved goal. It's a lot like the first one. A corner that's cleared and us recycling it. I mentioned it so much in my corner tutorial. Recycling the corners. And how you don't have to score from them direct, and that's just another example of it. In fact, both our goals in this game have been examples of it. Their goal's an example of winning the second ball, but it's great to see me scoring from corners again. had to readjust my tactics so much to get it working. It's nice that it's working again. Osborne. Falls for David Raya. Don't like these late game highlights. Launched forward by Raya. James Wilson doesn't even challenge in the air. Falls for Charlie Adam. Pied. Wilson. Ali Crawford. Charlie Adam. Dink from range. Peacock Farrell punches it back out. Pied gets enough on that, but falls for Chris Wood. Don't like this. Ewan O'Kane. It's away by Fulton. Keep getting his name mixed up for some reason. Charlie Adams having to be taken off the pitch here. Hopefully can continue on just to see out the last minute of this game. It's cleared away by Pied. This has got to be full time, ref. You're already a minute over injury time, and I know it was cleared out to play for an injury during injury time, but still, let's just blow the whistle, mate. Just blow the whistle. Out to Jeremy Pied. Come on. Can't be any more time left. Wilson loses out to McQueen. Come on, there cannot be any more time left. He's just booted it out of play. Not what you want to do when you're a man down in your own third. 2 minutes over the extra time. Pied with the throw in. It's got to be now. Wharton in. If they score on a counter attack here, I'd be so annoyed, but it is full time. We have beat the league leaders. Very happy with that. And that moves us up to third in the league with a game in hand and only a point behind both the teams above us. That is great news. And if we draw that game in hand, which looks like it will be against Hull, because I can't see anyone else on 12, we have the head-to-head against Aston Villa. So we would go above them. And we've got the head-to-head against Leeds as well. So we'd go above them as well. So we're in a very, very good position here for leading the league. After 12/13 games. Happy with that. Feel like we deserve the win based on what we've seen. Let's have a look. Clear-cut chances, 2 against 1. We scored 2 goals. 3 clear-cut chances against 2. Don't remember really seeing them having that many clear-cut chances. We had the woodwork one, so did they. In fact, it actually looks like quite an even game. Like a 1-goal victory in our favour might have been marginally. But I thought it was a lot more quality chances for us compared to what they created. I feel like they had a lot of long shots compared to us having shots from good areas. Nonetheless, it does not matter. We won the game. I am absolutely delighted with that. That will end this episode anyway, guys. We will come back in a few games' time. Let's come back for the game in hand against Hull, actually. We've already lost to Hull this season, so it'll be interesting. It's at the same ground we lost it as well. But we'll obviously play a full-strength squad this time, I'd imagine. Unless it is a midweek game, actually, when sandwiched between 2 big fixtures, so maybe not. We shall see, but I'm leaning to coming back for this game nonetheless. So I will see you in about 3 weeks' time for the Hull game in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.